I'm Kathy Havard. I am with the Redlands Conservancy. I am their outdoor education coordinator. I came into the Conservancy about 10 years ago when I retired from the classroom. And so since about 2008, I have been working with the Conservancy to get a variety of different educational programs. One of them has to do with our most important save of the city is that when the city bought out our San Timoteo area called the San Timoteo Nature Sanctuary, we actually have saved it in perpetuity because we have a variety of endangered species here that we are trying to protect. One of them is the least Bell's vireo, and we have people coming from all over the country trying to find that bird and watch it. And then there are other kinds of birds that periodically will migrate through here that are endangered species. One of the big important things about this is that a sanctuary is meant to be kept the way it is. The Redlands Conservancy manages it for the city as well as the EPA, who is the entity that got the process going of making this a sanctuary rather than just a park. This is on the outskirts of Redlands, California. There are 68 acres of land that we have preserved here that has to do with a variety of different habitats. We have riparian habitat, a habitat that primarily focuses on a water environment. And we have a variety of plants and animals that survive within that habitat. We also have the chaparral habitat, which is throughout most of Southern California, that houses a variety of different kinds of plants and animals that can survive extremely dry periods of time and heat. We also have the coastal sage habitat, which the ability to survive through the heat of Southern California. Unfortunately, these habitats have been invaded by some species from outside of the area, and that is one thing that the Conservancy has decided that we are going to start replacing and putting the native plants back in. One of the biggest problems we have are the Russian thistle, which a lot of people call tumbleweed, but it is actually a thistle. Tumbleweed is actually a native plant that we have, but the Canadian thistle as well as the Russian thistle have taken over quite a bit. One of the important things that the Conservancy is trying to do is to connect up a variety of different landscapes around Redlands so that we can allow wildlife to come through these natural areas and not be hindered by highways and roads and railroads. San Timoteo Nature Sanctuary is a major part of that because it extends from Live Oak Canyon into the Santa Ana River area. If we go east, creek area for San Timoteo, that allows wildlife of all kinds go through here. We have coyote, we have bobcat, we have mountain lion that comes through here, we have deer. So they all are traveling this wildlife corridor, which I think of as being kind of their pathway to natural areas where they are not stopped by human habitation. The purely native area that has a lot of coast live oak that we are trying to restore into the area. The area used to have a huge forest of live oak, and we are trying to bring them back with the help of the Inland Resource Conservation District in planting some of the seeds that have come off of the native trees that are right there in Live Oak Canyon. We have just started developing what we call the Gateway Habitat and Environmental Center that links up the properties here in Redlands and goes up east of this area into Riverside County, where there are over 10,000 acres of wildlife area. And that is extremely important that we keep that link, because that is the only way that many of these animals can traverse through Riverside County and into San Bernardino County. We also have a corridor that goes up into the Crafton Hills near Yucaipa. And then if we head west We link up several of our different properties that the city owns that bring us down into the valley area of San Bernardino and the watershed area of the San Bernardino Mountains, and then back over to the Santa Ana River.